Okay guys, so in ninth place we have the Soft 99 Trizac, T-R-I-Z-E-X cloth, okay? So this cloth is a bit different to everything else in this review, and it's quite special actually. So let's just go through all the specs. So this cloth costs £10. You can get it from Nippon Shine in the UK. Okay, so it's expensive, okay, but is it bad value for money? Not necessarily, and we'll go through and talk about why. So £10, it's the most expensive cloth we have here. Size, it's 16 by 14 and a half, so a bit of an unusual size really. Why not just 16 by 16 to make a perfect square for folding? I don't know, but it's close enough to a square that it's not a problem, okay, but yeah, should be 16 by 16. GSM, it's very low. What is it, 270, I think, 270, one of the lowest GSMs, so one of the lightest, least dense towels in this test, okay? Pile height is about 2 to 3 millimeters, one of the lowest piles we have. So even with that short pile and that low GSM, you think this would be a carpet. Well, the way I like to explain, or the good analogy I like to give with this towel, is it's like a bonsai tree. Bonsai, one of those miniature trees. Everything is like shrunken down with scale, and it's precise, okay? It's like a scalpel. The denier, the thickness of the yarn on this is incredibly thin compared to the rest of them. So it's like got a mini nap on it. When you first get it, you almost think like it's felt, or it might even be suede microfiber until you have a look at it and got those shots of it under the microscope. It's not. It's got it's a split part. It's like the others, but it's just done to a lot higher kind of tolerances. You know, it's unusual. I've not seen anything like this before. It is made in Japan. Okay, so there is a textile manufacturer outside of China and Korea. So we've got one that's made in Japan. That is going to increase the cost, okay? It will increase the cost, that's one reason. The other reason it's cost so high is because of the quality and the denier of that kind of, that it's made from, you know, it's made from a really fine yarn. I can't detect any kind of issues with the edge, I can't even feel the gauzing on it. No plasticky feeling around the edge of this towel. This is precise, the edge on this. This is a very high quality item, okay? I spoke to the guy that sent it to me about the blend, and it's not made with normal kind of polyesters and kind of what's the other thing, polyamides. He told me the materials that are in it, but it's got different kind of, it's still got a polyester type product and a polyamide type product, but it's got other stuff in it as well. So there is no kind of blend that they publish with it. So I wasn't able to get the information on that, but it's not out there, okay? It's too complicated. So there is no standard blend with this. What I can tell you is it feels lovely. Okay, what else do I need to say about this towel? How did it test? Okay, so this towel struggled with removing polish. One thing I can tell you is you can't use this towel folded. It's too light and it will just skid off, okay? It doesn't work folded. You need to have it flat, okay, like this on the clear coat, okay? When it did that, you know, it can take the polish off, but it is just not good at removing polish, okay? I got 3 out of 10 for that. However, it is really nice at taking wax off the car, you know, and it doesn't have any linting issues. It's probably the highest quality one out of all of the towels we made. So what is to say about this towel? Again, it's in the top 10 because it's a little bit funky and a little bit special, this towel, and I'm really glad I got a chance to use it, okay? I'm really glad I've got one. It's not going to win this test because of the specific criteria that I'm ranking the towels on, but I'm glad I'm going to have this towel. I'm going to use it, and I'm going to be using it kind of when the car is complete and I've done whatever task I'm doing, be it a wax, be it a seal, be it a maintenance wash, and I'm quick detailing at the end. I will always, when I finish the wash, go over the car now with this towel, because it's like a little scalpel, where the rest of them are big hammers, you know, for getting the job done. This is like a precise, cool tool. So you're never going to go and buy 10 of these and sit there using them when you're doing a polish. It's not what it's for, okay, and it'll cost you a fortune. But what I would say is you should definitely have one of these, or maybe 2 or 3 of them if you like, because they're a cool thing to have. So check out the Trizoc pad, the Trizoc cloth from Soft 99, available from Nippon Shine, and like I say, it's a specialist tool, more for finishing than kind of using as a workhorse, okay? So in 8th place, we have the Jian soft wipe, okay? So this towel comes in at £4.50. It's a 16 by 24, so I can do my little Chad thing again. I've got to stop doing that. It's not even funny. It is, GSM is 380. It is about 5 to 6 mil pile, so quite short and not very dense. They're quite one of these light ones. It is Korean, it's an 80-20, and it is an edgeless border, and the border quality on it is okay. The overall manufacturing quality is good. There are some points where you can feel that there's that plastic in there, but it's not like jaggedy and sticking out. So it's pretty well made, and it's quite nice and soft, quite fluffy, but there are silkier and fluffy towels out there, okay? How did it cope with wiping off the polish? Got a really nice pickup on it. Okay, it struggled with the 4-way fold, as a large one always typically will, but like I say, the pickup on it was really nice. There are towels that will last longer than it, always the lower density, shorter ones, even if they've got a nice fluff on them, they've got a bit of a mopping thing going on. The weakness of that is you'll hit saturation quickly, so you probably knew I was going to say that. But this is a nice quality towel. I like it now. We're getting to the elite level quite quickly, I tell you. We're getting to the elite level. Okay. So it scored good, 8 out of 10 for taking the polish off. Very good with the wax, nice and smooth. Buffed it off nice. Some minor linting issues, not even worth really criticising it for. But it was probably from the border as well. So there's no real faults with this towel. It's just good. If they wanted to get up into the top echelons, then it just needed to be a bit more dense and a slightly higher pile, and perhaps a slightly more absorbent pile as well. Okay, but not a bad effort. What did it score? 68%. Okay, Jian soft wipe. Okay guys, so in 7th place we have the Car Pro Boa, the 350 GSM one. So I call it the Car Pro Boa Light, but maybe it's best to call it the Car Pro Boa 350 if you like. Price, I believe it's $3.99 or $3.95, but you can get a better deal if you buy 3 of them, which drops the price a bit. So it's well priced actually, okay, it's nice. Size 24 by 16, not going to do my stupid joke. GSM 350, obviously. Pile height 5, okay, 5 mil, maybe 6 mil, that sort of echelon, similar to the Jian soft wipe, very similar feel, even thinner though maybe. Okay, so probably 5 mil, let's say, on the pile height. Blend 70-30, so a slightly softer blend. And origin Korea, okay. So let's talk about, and it's edgeless, okay. Let's talk about the manufacturing process and manufacturing quality. So first of all, this has a noticeably smoother, smoother, silky nap than anything else out there so far. Okay, so we're getting into the elite category now, where you can feel these and they first turn up and you look at them. I know this towel, this is one I've had for a while, but this one is new, okay? And it's so nice, okay? It's you feel that silkiness. So it's like one of those ones that turns up and you're like, ooh. Okay, I know that's a really dorky thing to say, but that's what I did. So the manufacturing process, the way that the quality of the nap now is exceptional on this towel, okay? I would be worried that it's not dense enough, okay, and not high enough. That would be my initial worry, holding this in my hand now, okay? But we'll go on to how this performs in a second. So if I compared it to all the others that were this density and this pile height, none of them quite had the absorbency. So before we go on to the testing, I started this and I talked about borders, okay, and I said that some of them, you know, have got a bad border. Okay, unfortunately this towel has a bad border, okay, and I've had this problem with all of them that I've kind of gone and bought, and you can feel them kind of feel it straight away on the cut border. So you suddenly just feel that plasticky kind of nylon. I just called it there, but I made a note of that with this towel, and I know about it before. So what you get in places, unfortunately, is that sharp, crunchy. I can feel it right there. That crunchy kind of nylon. You know, and some places the cut is really bad. Okay, and the other thing is, even after you've washed this for a few times, the border gives up lots of fluff, okay? And it takes a while, and that never fully stops, but it settles down after you've washed it a few times, okay? But it's a bit of an issue. So the edge of this towel, they could improve on that. I mean, even now, you know, a bit of fluff comes off it, okay? It's partly due to the fact that there's not as much pile on there that you can actually access that border a little bit easier, okay? But I don't really care. At the end of the day, I can feel the jagged edge and I've got fluff coming off the towel. So there's a construction issue with this towel, but then there's a massive tick in the quality of the nap, okay? So this towel can just about cope with being folded 4 ways, although they all struggle with that, especially the larger towel. I do not like this size of towel. Okay, just why don't they make it 16 by 16? So CarPro Boa, if you're listening, CarPro, just make a 16 by 16 version of this towel, please. Okay, it works better folded 2 ways, okay? So it's too big. It scoops up the polish beautifully and smoothly, you know, very well. You know, this is one of the ones that's gliding over your paintwork, you know, lovely. And I made a note of that, you know, the glide on this is fantastic. So give it 8 out of 10 for polish removal. Wax removal, lovely, okay? And I've used these when I've been polishing before, okay? And they don't get saturated quickly, and I'm not sure why. They definitely have that mopping action going on, okay? But they're not very dense, so they should really get saturated quicker, but they just don't. It's probably something to do with the quality of the microfiber they're using. It's just got loads of absorbency, so this is a great towel. It's highly rated. The size and the edge caused me a few problems, okay? So the edge gives up a lot of fluff, and the edges can have some bits where you can feel the kind of gauzing that runs through it, the structure that they stitch through, okay? So that's the reason that this came in 7th, but I'm a fan, let's put it that way. Okay guys, just before we carry on, we're down to the last 6 now, and I'm going to tell you now, separating these towels is starting to become very difficult. We have 6 very high quality products here, and I love all of these towels, okay? So we're getting down to small things, but things that are still important enough to influence the results. I can't just say they all win, okay? But they're all good, so bear that in mind. Very, very good. So in 6th place, we have the what the hell is this thing called? Microfiber Madness Crazy Pile, okay? This price on this is £8.50, okay? We'll talk about that in a second. Size 16 by 16, GSM, is it 500? Yeah, 500, quite dense. Pile height, about 10 mil, so very dense. well, actually, and very high pile. It's actually, its compressed density is the same as these other offerings, but it's just got a slightly higher pile, which is interesting. So you get a lot of mopping going on this towel. Okay, blend 75-25, the only one that's that blend. Origin Korea. Okay, border edgeless with 0 issues with finding or touching that core. It's softer on the edge, really nice on the edge. Okay. Manufacturer quality, fantastic, can't fault it. The nap quality, very fluffy, very soft, really high pile, no carpeting, no kind of compression, loads of mopping going on here, okay? So let's just go back and talk about something that we flirted over, skipped over, £8.50. So it's in the top 6. We're going to go and talk about all these other towels in a minute, so let's not just hijack this one's review. It's a moment in the spotlight, but price, it's over double the price of most of these ones, okay? Over double, okay, £8.50. I love this product, and we'll talk about how it fared in the testing. But Microfiber Madness, you need to probably get the price down a little bit on this, guys. I appreciate it's made in Korea, but they take it over to Germany and they manufacture it there. So they get the cloth bought in probably on rolls and then cut it and do all this, control the quality in Germany, which is going to probably increase their costs. But you need to get the costs down a little bit, guys. Okay, let's not waffle on about that. I like this towel. How did it use? On the polish, I gave it 9 out of 10. It was a bit grabby on the polish removal, a little bit, but once you got going, you got your momentum into that, it really absorbed that polish. And from using it, I can say it has no saturation issues. That nice long pile is fantastic, okay? It's like these other ones, but with a slightly longer pile. So it's aptly named. The Crazy Pile is a great name for this. Wax, 10 out of 10. Just, it is, you cannot fault it for how this removes paste wax. It's beautiful to use with paste wax. It's lovely and good with polishes as well, okay? No linting issues. Very high quality, fantastic cloth. Could have been a winner if it was competitively priced, but I'm still a big fan. See, one thing I'm looking at when I assess these, and they're very close, and when I'm picking mine, I want to go and have at least 20 or 30 of these towels in my drawer for when I'm doing lots of jobs and I've used 10 in one day on one car, and then I've got to do maybe another one another day, which doesn't happen very often, but it does happen now and again. So I'm buying loads of them. I'm not going to spend 160 quid or something on 20 of these, you know what I mean? A lot of people won't, so that's why I'm begging Microfiber Madness, try and get your price down, because you've got a fantastic product. So hopefully everyone gets where I am with praising this towel. Okay guys, so in 5th place we have the Wax Pack, the Wax Pack Edgeless Buffing Cloth. So I hadn't used this cloth before, and someone, when I was asking for recommendations, the guy that sells these jumped in and said he had a great cloth, sent it through to me, told me about the cloth, and it turned up, and I was really impressed with this. So let's talk about it. Price £5.99, so initially quite expensive, okay? Well, not expensive, that's unfair, but it's at the point where £5 is as much as I like to pay. When it goes beyond that, I start getting so £5, it's a fiver. But he then told me if you buy 10 of them, they will sell them to you for 25 quid, which suddenly drops the price of this down to £2.50 a towel. Let me just say that again. When you buy 10 of them, the price of this becomes £2.50 a towel, making this the cheapest one. And I always recommend you have loads of these when you find a good one. At least 10 is a great number to have, okay? So 25 quid and you get 10 towels, okay? Now there's other microfibers out there, you know, your Costco thing that people love to keep recommending. Let's not go there. You know, you can go and buy 36 of them for 15 quid or whatever, or the JML towel where you can get 200 of them for a quid. Okay, forget about that. That's not value for money. The manufacturing cost of those towels is pennies because they're garbage. This is good quality, okay? And let's talk about it. So it's 16 by 16. It is 500 GSM, is it? Yeah, 500 GSM. God, I'm good. Pile height 8 mil. So it's right on the sweet spot of. It's right on the sweet spot of density to pile height. Okay. It's made in China. Okay. We'll talk about that in a bit. Its blend is 80-20, so the kind of less absorbent style, even though there's very little difference. You struggle for anyone to be able to tell me the difference, but there is a difference. Okay, there is slight difference, so 80-20. Border, edgeless, good quality border, no issues with the stiff plastic on there, okay? Manufacturing quality, can't find fault with the manufacturing quality. Whoever's making this in China knows what they're doing, I'll tell you that for nothing, okay? The manufacturing quality can put some of the Korean ones to shame on this, and this is a shining example of why you cannot be a snob and say, oh, I get all my towels in Korea because Chinese ones are crap. You just go and buy this towel, and whoever tells you that, show it to them, put it against their Korean towel. Okay, the nap on it is beautiful, fluffy, consistent, has the right level of mopping. It's just where it needs to be, okay? It coped extremely well with taking the polish off the car, okay, really well. There are ones that did it slightly betterly, but I would that were slightly better, but I would have no problems with having this as my staple towel, okay. Wax again, no real problems, fantastic on the wax, no linting issues, okay. So I'm just going to leave it at that and say this is a great towel. If it was £5 a towel, it might still be up here. It might be behind the one I just talked about, the crazy pile. That's fantastic, but £8.50. 10 of them for £2.50, okay? It's not a budget towel, it's high quality and it's bloody good. So there we go, that's all I'm going to say. It came in 5th, its overall percentage rating was 80%, okay? Okay guys, in 4th place we have the Chemical Guys Happy Ending Buffing Cloth. Okay, so this towel is about £4.66 a towel. You have to buy them in packs of 3, I believe, for about 14 quid. It's 16 by 16, tick. It is 600 GSM, they tell me. Okay. Feels a bit less than that, 550, 500, maybe 500. It feels very similar to the wax pack one, okay? But they tell me it's 600 GSM. It's 70-30 blend, okay? And I can see why they say that. It's really similar to the wax pack, but it's slightly softer, and I can feel that. I can actually feel that this one is 70-30. I actually believe it's made by the same people that are making that wax pack, because the country of origin is China. And again, whoever's making this towel knows their shit, if you pardon my French, okay? This is very, very well made, and it's another example that it doesn't have to be made in Korea. I didn't expect it to be this good. So 70-30, really soft. 600 GSM, nap height 8 mil, okay? Even though if I was told that on paper, I'd say it would be too dense, okay? It's not, so I suspect it's actually 500 GSM. The density feels perfect to me. Construction quality, fantastic. Nap quality, as good as any of them, okay? It's slightly softer than the wax pack one. Slightly softer, and that's because of the blend, okay? So the difference is that the fact this is slightly softer, so when we test this, it's slightly lighter and fluffier than the wax pack, and that actually hampered it taking the polish off. It was slightly more grabby, okay, even though it glides. This is like a hoverboard over your paintwork gliding, but because it's so light, it bites into that wax quite hard, so you kind of really have to get hold of that towel, but it takes the polish off lovely, okay? Really kind of nitpicking here, but so it scored 1 less on removing the wax, than removing the polish than the previous towel. But it was better with that fluffy absorbency on the wax, so 10 out of 10 with the wax. A very, very competent towel. No linting issues, okay? Shame there's no bargain buys, so you can't go and buy like 10 of them and get like a real good discount, because because this is a beautiful product. Okay, you've got to pay the $4.65 to get, or your 14 quid to get 3 of them, but I love this product. So soft, so fluffy, really good quality. Don't worry about the the colour, sorry, and the bleeding. It's not a problem. Just make sure you wash your microfiber. All of them you should be washing cool. No bleeding issues with this towel. Lovely. Okay, so it comes in with a score of 82%, just pipped the wax pack one by 2%, virtually nothing. Great product. Okay guys, in third place, it is the Saver's Choice UK Korean buffing, edgeless buffing towel. That's the Saver's Choice UK, so that's their website. If you Google Saver's Choice UK, you'll find them. These cloths, I believe, are $3.25 or $3.50. Check their site, per cloth. So second cheapest per cloth. If you buy 5 of them, they drop down to like £2.70. It's about 15 odd quid for 5 cloths, which is a pretty phenomenal deal. Okay, let's talk about size. So 16 by 16, 470 GSM with about an 8mm nap height. So it's in that sweet spot where you get the mopping going on. You know, that you get that kind of lovely fluffy mop. 80-20 blend, Korean made. Okay, edgeless border with no issues with the sort of snagging, or there is no, you can't feel that the core of the towel. Okay, so first of all, the nap on this is lovely and fluffy. Okay, you can feel, if you're a geek like me, you can feel that it's 80-20, and I double checked just to make sure. So if you really look at the microfiber strands, they're a bit thinner and a bit more thread-like than the 70-30 fluffy ones. Okay, but that's a trade-off. You get a bit more structure, a bit more strength, a bit more durability, and a bit less absorption and a bit less softness, although this towel still has a very nice soft feel. And it's one of those ones that when you get out of the box, you look at it and it's, you know, it's a good one. Okay, how did it cope? Very, very nicely with the polish. 8 out of 10. Just about passed the 4-fold test. Scooped up the polish well. Felt pretty good on the paintwork. Okay, 10 out of 10 with the wax. Soaked that up lovely, soft, gliding, tick tick. No real linting issues. I just noticed the border gave, when you get it brand new, the border will give up a bit of fluff, but when you wash it after the first time, that fluff goes, so it doesn't have any major kind of construction issues with the edge like some of them have seen. So very good. Okay, okay guys, so in second place we have the Car Pro Boa. This is the 500 GSM version, so we could call it the Car Pro Boa 500 if you like. So this towel is £4.95. It is 24 by 16. It is 500 GSM. It's about an 8mm nap height, or pile height, whatever you want to call it. It's made in Korea. It's a 70-30 blend. It's an edgeless border that's well cut and doesn't have any of the, it's not really linting, but it doesn't give up fluff like the Boa 350 version does, and there are no issues with the edge of this that I could find with feeling the gauzing and having jagged edges. So construction quality of this towel, I can't fault. I'd give it a 10 out of 10. Let's talk about the nap. This is the absolute perfect nap for me. It's fluffy, okay? It's really soft. The GSM is absolutely perfect with the height. You get that kind of mopping. You can see the different texture as you pull it over. It is highly absorbent, whatever yarn they're using. Great, okay? So far, can't fault it. Testing it, okay? it scored a 9 out of 10 for removing the polish. It's a shame, right, that this thing is not 16 by 16. I just can't, it doesn't need to be 16 by 24. It's a tiny detail, but just, it's so much better if it was like this and you could fold it into 4. I don't know why it's in this size. Maybe some people prefer it in that size, but I don't, because you can't get it down to the right kind of format, and it's too much. It's a tiny thing though, it's a very tiny detail. So because of that, it just about, it coped with the 4-fold, but it's better 2-fold. I put here that it's like silky smooth over the paintwork. 10 out of 10 with the wax, no linting issues. Just takes the wax, just like it's like buffing your car with a cloud. It's lovely, lovely to use. Real premium quality that I struggle to fault. The one fault is the size, okay, and that's a tiny fault. The other thing, you can't really get any group deals on it, so it's £4.95. As far as I know, you know, you can't go and buy 10 of them and get it for like £3 or something. As far as I know, you know, whatever. So they're just little things it doesn't have. Not much more to say about this other than I love this product. It would probably be the winner, even at £4.95. It would probably be good enough to win, and it may well have won if it was 16 by 16 for me. And we'll end it there with this and go and have a look at what actually won, okay? Okay guys, so we've gone from all the way down from number 18, finally got to our winner, okay, at number 1. So here it is. This is the Ragmaster Eagle Edgeless Buffing Cloth. The Ragmaster, or if you're in America, the Rag Company, same thing, same product. Eagle Edgeless Buffing Cloth. Okay, this cloth cost me £4. It's always on some sort of sale where you can get 3 for 12 or 5 for 20. So you can always pick this up for £4, but they were doing a deal where you could buy 1 for £4, and typically that sale seems to be on most of the time. So its price is £4, which is, I like that price. It's just below the average. It's a good deal for the product. There are cheaper out there. There's some better bargains, but it's a fair price for a quality product, okay? Its size is 16 by 16, exactly where I want it to be. Its GSM is 470 and its pile height is about 8mm, okay? That gives you that nice fluffy thing that you will notice as soon as you get it out of the wrapping. It is spot on where it needs to be, okay? It's Korean, it's 70-30, so it's edging for absorbency over kind of strength, you know, or structure. It's the way I like to describe it. Okay, Korean, I probably mentioned that. Korean 70-30, okay? Edgeless, ultrasonic cut. The border feels nice and light, and I've never seen any with any jagged edges on their border, so it's well cut like the boa. The nap quality, like I just said, it is the soft fluff. You know, the top 5 or 6 of these all have this fantastic nap, which beats all the other ones. You can really, as soon as you get your hands on it, you know you've got something special, and you know it's going to be good when you've been using a fair few of these, okay? So yeah, this has got a fantastic nap. It's the only one really that in testing, okay? So when I tested this, it got 10 for the polish, it got 10 for the wax, and it got 10 for the linting. There was no linting. The reason being is it copes best out of all of the ones I used at being used 4-fold, so I can really get me value for money when I use them. Okay, this is the towel that I chose to use quite a few years ago after trying quite a few, and I've got tons of these, okay, and I love them. And after doing this test, I'm actually kind of relieved. I didn't put this at number 1 because I use it. I really didn't, okay? I'd have been happy for another one to win. It wouldn't have made me go and bin all of these and get the other one because they're all so close. but this was the one that I have the most of, and it's my staple buffing cloth. Okay, so I can't fault it on performance. My notes are just like, for me it's perfect. Okay, and enough said, I scribbled down there. And it really is. Okay, I can't fault this the way it's there. It's also well priced. Ragmaster as well, they're one of the few companies, when you go looking for your info and you go to their site and click on it, they give you every bit of info you would need, all those things that I listed. They give you even more, and they go into more detail, and they even tell you how to look after your microfiber cloth. They are proper microfiber geeks, okay? And that's a compliment, that's not an insult, because you want a geek. A geek is someone that is obsessed with your particular product, and through that obsession they gain a lot of knowledge, and they also want to spread that knowledge and put it out there. They offer all of their cloths are at good prices. They've got a whole range of these different products. Like I said, I'm not affiliated to any brand. I don't care where you go and get your microfiber from. But no, that's not true. I do care. I wouldn't be doing this video if I didn't care. I love Ragmaster products. I love what they do. I love the fact that they could charge a lot more if they wanted to, because there's a few guys out there that are, but they don't. They keep their prices good. They keep their product range kind of good. They've got loads of different options in there, specialist options like I showed you with the Everest. They do drying towels, they do waffle weaves, they do everything. But the golden goose is, for me, their staple, which is their best-selling product, and that is the Eagle Everest edgeless buffing cloth. It also comes in orange. I just go for blue. It can be quite good to have two different types, so you can use one for waxes and one for polishes, etc. This product won the test, and I don't have any creeping doubts that I've made a bad decision about that. I love this product, but like I say, the top 6 are all products which I love, and it's got down to very small things that have made the Eagle Edgeless win this competition. So in my opinion, if you want the best staple that you could go for, considering all of those things that we talked about for the criteria of this test, as a professional where you're going to go and buy a lot of these and you're going to be buffing them on your paintwork, you know, the Eagle Edgeless is my winner. Okay. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching again. I've really enjoyed doing this video as a kind of self-confessed microfiber geek. Learned a few things myself, really enjoyed testing these towels and ultimately rating them and picking a winner. Really interested for your comments on how you feel on this, because a lot of you have got experience with your towels and you've got your favourites. So I'm interested in whether you agree or disagree, or whether you think there was one that was overlooked, or if there's anything you think should have been included in this test. So yeah, I'd love to hear that feedback. And as always, we're going to be doing lots more of these best of videos. We're going to be doing some detailing spray ones soon. I'm just compiling a list of that. We're probably going to be doing drying towels. We're going to be doing a lot of other how-to videos. We're definitely going to be doing some more polishing tutorials. So what I say is there's tons more to come. So please subscribe, please like. The channel's growing, and yeah, I'm still enjoying doing these. This video took me forever to do, it seems like, even though when you watch it you probably think it's all just dialogue. It took quite a lot of time, this one, but really enjoyed it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on Forensics Detailing channel.